Climate change is the long-term alteration of temperature and typical weather patterns in a place. Climate change could refer to a particular location or the planet as a whole. Climate change may cause weather patterns to be less predictable. These unexpected weather patterns can make it difficult to maintain and grow crops in regions that rely on farming because expected temperature and rainfall levels can no longer be relied on. Climate change has also been connected with other damaging weather events such as more frequent and more intense hurricanes, floods, downpours, and winter storms. The cause of current climate change is largely human activity like burning fossil fuels like natural gas, oil, and coal. Burning these materials releases what are called greenhouse gases into Earth's atmosphere. There, these gases trap heat from the sun's rays inside the atmosphere, causing Earth's average temperature to rise. This rise in the planet's temperature is called global warming. The warming of the planet impacts local and regional climates. Through the Earth's history, climate has continually changed. When occurring naturally, this is a slow process that has taken place over hundreds and thousands of years. The human influenced climate change that is happening now is occurring at a much faster rate. In the 11,000 years before the Industrial Revolution, the average temperature across the world was stable at around 14 degrees. The Industrial Revolution began in the mid 800s when humans began to burn fossil fuels such as coal, oil, and gas for fuel. Burning fossil fuels produces energy but also releases greenhouse gases such as carbon dioxide, methane, and nitrous monoxide into air. Over time, large quantities of these gases have built up in the atmosphere. For example, the level of carbon dioxide in the atmosphere rose by 40% during the 20th and 21st century and now is over 400 parts per million. This level of carbon dioxide is higher than at any time in the past 800,000 years. Since the Industrial Revolution, the average temperature of the planet has risen by around 1 degree. It is also important to remember that the world is not warming evenly, so the temperature increase is higher than 1 degree in some countries. The simple reality is that people are already feeling the effects, whether they know it or not. Because of sea level rise, for instance, some 83,000 more residents of New York and New Jersey were flooded during Hurricane Sandy than would have been the case in a stable climate, scientists have calculated. Tens of thousands of people are already dying in heat waves made worse by global warming. The refugee flows that have been destabilized politics around the world have been traced in a part to climate change. Of course, as with almost all other social problems, poor people will be hit first and hardest. Society has put off action for so long that the risks are now severe, scientists say. But as long as there are still unburned fossil fuels in the ground, it is not too late to act. The warming will slow to a potentially manageable pace only when human emissions are reduced to zero. The good news is that they are now falling in many countries as a result of programs like fuel economy standards for cars, stricter building codes, and emissions limits for power plants. But experts say that energy transition needs to speed up drastically to head off the worst effects of climate change. The cars draw power at night from the electric grid and give off no pollution during the day as they move around town. They are inherently more efficient than gasoline cars and would represent an advance even if the power were generated by burning coal, but they will be far more important as the electric grid itself becomes greener through renewable power. The cars are improving so fast that some countries are already talking about banning the sale of gasoline cars after 2030s. More extreme weather, changes in ocean currents, global warming, ocean acidification, rising sea levels, melting ice, warming oceans, warmer land and air, changes in the hydrological cycle. Loss of biodiversity, fisheries failing, damage to marine ecosystems, flooding of coastal regions, localized flooding, conflict and climate migrants, risk to water supplies, food insecurity, damage to infrastructure, forest mortality and increased risk of fires, habitable region of pest expands, heat stress, change in seasonality. Experts say the problem can only be solved by large scale collective action. Entire states and nations have to decide to clean up their energy systems using every tool available and moving as quickly as they can. So, the most important thing you can do is to exercise your rights as a citizen, speaking up and demanding change. You can also take direct personal action to reduce your carbon footprint in simple ways that will save you money. You can plug leaks in your home insulation to save power, install a smart thermostat, switch to more efficient light bulbs, turn off unused lights, drive fewer miles by consolidating trips or taking public transit, waste less food, and also eat less meat. Taking one or two fewer plane rides per year can save as much in emissions as all the others' action combined. If you want to be at the cutting edge, you can look at buying an electrical or hybrid car or putting solar panels on your roof. If your state has a competitive electricity market, you may be able to buy 100% green power. Leading corporations, including large manufacturers like car makers, are starting to demand clean energy for their operations. You can pay attention to company policies, support their companies taking the lead, and let the others know you expect them to do better. These personal steps may be small in the scheme of things, but they can raise your own consequences about the problem and the environment of the people around you. In fact, discussing this issue with your friends and family is one of the most meaningful things you can do.
Fun fact: planet Earth is 4.5 billion years old. Mankind, about 140,000 years old. Let me put that in perspective. If you condense the Earth's lifespan into 24 hours, that's one full day, then we have been here on this planet for, drum roll please, 3 seconds. 3 seconds. And look what we've done. We have modestly named ourselves Homo sapiens, meaning wise man. But is man really so wise? Smart, yes, and it's good to be smart, but not too smart for your own good. Yes, we have split the atom. Yes, we build clever machines that navigate the universe in search of new homes, but at the same time, those atoms we split created nuclear warfare. In our quest to explore the galaxy, rejects and neglects the home that we have here now, so no, that cannot be wisdom. Wisdom is different. While intelligence speaks, wisdom listens, and we willingly covered our ears to Mother Nature's screams and closed our eyes to all of her help-wanted signs. Wisdom knows that every action has an equal and opposite reaction, so if we were wise, we would not be shocked when we see storms that are stronger than ever before, or more drought, hurricanes, and wildfire than ever before, because there's more pollution than ever before, more carbon, more trees cut down than ever before. At a record pace, we have increased the extinction of animals by 1,000 times the normal rate. What a feat. In the next 10 to 100 years, every beloved animal character in every children's book is predicted to go extinct. Lions gone, rhinos gone, tiger, gorilla, elephant, polar bear gone. In 3 seconds. Species that have been here longer than us will be gone because of us. In this 3 seconds. In an existence shorter than a Vine video, we turn the circle of life into our own personal conveyor belt. Somebody, anybody help. We were given so much, the only planet in this solar system with life. I mean, we are 1 in a million. No, actually, scientifically, we are 1 in a billion, trillion. That's a 1 followed by 33 zeros. And I don't want to get too spiritual, but how are we not a miracle? We are perfectly positioned to the sun so we don't burn, but not too distant so we don't turn to ice. Goldilocks said it best, we are just right. This paradise where we are given medicine from trees, not coincidentally, but because like the song says, we are family. Literally, everything, every species is connected genetically, from the sunflower to the sunfish. And this is what we must recognize before it's too late, because the real crisis is not global warming, environmental destruction, or animal agriculture. It is us. These problems are symptoms of us, byproducts of us. Our inner reflection, loss of connection has created this misdirection. We have forgotten that everything contributes to the perfection of Mother Nature. Corporations keep us unaware and disconnected, but they have underestimated our strength. Contrary to popular belief, millions are waking up out of their sleep, seeing our home being taken right up under our feet. We cannot allow our history to be written by the wicked, greedy, and loony. It is our duty to protect Mother Nature from those who refuse to see her beauty. Call me crazy, but I believe we should have the right to eat food that's safe, with ingredients we can pronounce. Drink water that is clean, marvel at trees, breathe air free of toxins. These are natural rights, not things that can be bargained for in Congress. See, they want you to feel powerless, but it has been said that something as small as the flutter of a butterfly's wing can cause a typhoon halfway around the world. But when enough people come together, we too will make waves and wash the world into a new era filled with love and connection, freedom for all without oppression. But it is up to you, yes, you watching this behind this screen, to make the effort, because time is of the essence, and only together can we make it to the 4th second.